get me out alive. I will live 1,000,000,000 lives. My patience is waning. Is this entertaining? Our patience is waning. Is this entertaining? Got this feeling and you know where I'm losing all control. 'Cause there's magic in my bones. Got this feeling in my soul. Go ahead and throw your stones. 'Cause there's magic in my bones. Playing with the stick of dynamite. There was never gray and black and white. There was never wrong till there was right. Feeling like a boulder hurtling. Seeing all the vultures circling. Burning in the flames I'm working in. Turning in the bed it's darkening. Our patience is waning. Is this entertaining? Our patience is waning. Is this entertaining? Mirror of my mind, turning the pages of my life, walking the path so many paced 1,000,000 times. Drown out the voices in the air, leaving the ones that never cared, picking the pieces up and building to the sky. My patience is waning. Is this entertaining? My patience is waning. Is this entertaining? Got this feeling and you know where I'm losing all control. 'Cause there's magic in my bones. Got this feeling in my soul. Go ahead and throw your stones. 'Cause there's magic in my bones. There goes my mind. There goes how there goes my mind. 'Cause there's magic in my bones. I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm breaking in and shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones, enough to make my system blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. I'm radioactive, radioactive. I'm radioactive, radioactive.
I'm being slow to do anything this morning. I don't believe the bounces quite yet, so just waiting to see
Raise my flag, down my
how this pans out off the open.
I suppose we're painted red to fit right in. Whoa,
Launching these.
I'm breaking in and shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the
First moves are some rejections here.
I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones, enough to make my
IBM pulling back.
welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age.
AVGO pulling back. Interesting turn from Marvel here. Longs look interesting. On Marvel. No confirmation on the previous high. Makes me a bit hesitant. We don't.
Baby, this love, I'll never let it die. Can't be touched by no one. I'd like to see him try.
I want to set up some Oracle. Wow, look at that Evening Star rejection this morning. Wow. Whew. Whew. That's a pretty big key level. So now on IBM, now you got some clarification. Over 290 might become interesting now. Now that that's a big rejection point. Yeah, some spy puts might be interesting here, honestly. They're sending everything lower so far. Broadly. Even Marble getting a big rejection here. I kind of want to watch MU over Hems. I already have a bunch of alerts on Hems. So let's watch this 15-minute on MU to see if we're going to get it. Alright, I might be willing to try a short on MU. So expensive.
Meet me at the bottom of the ocean, where the time is frozen, where all the universe is open. Love isn't random, we are chosen, and we could wear the same crown. Keep slowing your heart down. We are the gods now. 'Cause I love you for infinity. I love you for infinity. 'Cause I love you for infinity. I love you for infinity.
Our MSOS is back in the green. Actually, I didn't take the entry on MU. I don't like how the contracts look. Wheat stocks making new highs.
Mother was the life of the party. Bottle of white wine for dinner. Father had a little box with a razor blade to cut up a painkiller. Sister had an eating disorder. All of her clothes didn't fit her anymore. And I made a best friend out of the skeleton in the closet. I figured, oh, hey, maybe just ignore it, it'll go away. Keep it in the family for today. Everybody knows, everybody knows.
Big exhaustion, but now exhaustion to the downside. I think if we break below back under 283, I actually do really like the setup on Marvel. Let's watch the option contracts here.
Everybody knows somebody with something to hide. Sister had it out on a Friday. Like now she wouldn't remember. Grandma
These are a lot more reasonably priced.
back in her day, all she had a bad temper. Always getting high in the bathroom. Dark thoughts, always flirting with surrender evermore. And I made a best friend out of the elephant that's in the room. Cause I figured, oh, hey, maybe just ignore it, it'll go away. Keep it in the family for today. Everybody knows somebody with something to hide. Everybody knows somebody with something to hide.
They found buyers below. I haven't entered yet. I'm watching.
Baby, I'm gonna miss your smile. Lately life's been wild. Please don't forget I'll be back in a while. Baby, I'm leaving here tonight. We got our whole life. Please don't forget, but I can't miss my flight.
Out the front door, no time to pack. I'ma grab the bag, but I'll be right back. I ain't running away, I got money to make. When it rains, it pours, but it's sunny today. And I'm saving up for a drought, stacking more money than I can count. Just take one look at my bank account, stacking bills up to the roof of my house. But you know that I really want more, dear. I come back because you're here, and you know that I love that. Otherwise, I won't come back. I'm working till the sunrise now. I'm sorry that I'm not around.
So baby, I'm gonna miss your smile. Lately life's been wild. Please don't forget I'll be back in a while. Baby, I'm leaving here tonight. We got our whole life. Please don't forget, but I can't miss my flight.
For a little bit of baby, work our life away. You can't spend nothing when you're buried in a grave. But if I still got unfinished business, no more saying.
Huh? I don't. Nothing's clean right now.
For everything you gain, there's everything you lost. Would you make a deal with the devil just to pay that price? Would you waste all the best years of your life
To know that I really want more, dear. I come back because you're here, and you know that I love that. Otherwise, I won't come back.
Not taking a trade is still a move. It's a decision,
I'm not around, so
and it's
I'm gonna miss
often a profitable decision when opportunities don't present themselves. I don't want to be out here forcing trades after the market's trying to process that Friday move.
I can't miss my flight. Baby, I'm gonna miss your smile. Lately life's been wild. Please don't forget
I mean, we still have downside confluence on SPY.
I'm leaving here tonight.
And we can see the 15-30 minute is saying that this 741 is big moment.
Heavy steps on a hollow floor.
You know, it looks tempting. Is Oracle here?
I've been running from the shadow I became.
Like, I want to see what this next 5-minute candle does.
Ghost without a name.
But it's interesting how they're defending this.
Scar I've carried has a truth beneath the pain.
If I didn't have a bearish bias, MU calls off of that, Doji would be interesting. I will say, Oracle only interests me because of earnings this week. Arvel, dude, excuse me, holy cow, yawn.
From beneath my skin.
Just being a patient man here.
Heart in a violent world. Glass wings so, but the edges curl. I've been holding back the storm inside my chest. Afraid the world would crumble from the test.
But thunder in my heartbeat keeps calling me right.
The token expires soon. Spy starting to recover some.
Every step is pulling me near
To the fight,
to the fire,
to the truth, to the power, breaking through.
wake the giant, wake the giant, wake the giant, wake the giant, I'm alive again. Wake the giant, wake the giant, wake the giant, wake the giant, I'm alive again. I'm alive again. Wake the giant, alive again. Wake the giant, alive again.
All right, our orb is set for Spy. Our friend Futures. Good moment to set orb, especially as we come and like test the midline here again. Yeah, so 73 on the dot is your midpoint.
They say we are what we are, but we don't have to be. I'm bad behavior, but I do it in the best way. I'll be the watcher.
The video continuing to sell off. You gotta be cautious of these rallies, especially when leaders like Nvidia aren't having great participation. Alright, this next Oracle candle, 5-minute candle, is up so far. Wow, I thought they would have killed the premiums in this thing. They did not. They did not at all. These are super juiced. Super juiced. Okay. I'm gonna come in small. Oracle Lotto.
Sometimes the only payoff for having any faith is when it's tested again and again. Every day I'm still comparing your past to my future. It might be open, but they're my sutures. I am the sand in the bottom half of the hourglass, glass. I try to picture me without you, but I can't. 'Cause we could be immortals, immortals, just not alone. Pull the blackout curtains down, just not alone. Live with me forever now. Pull the blackout curtains down. We could be immortals, immortals, just not alone.
Alright, I took some Oracle weeklies. Not with size though. For everyone on YouTube, just be careful. This is where novice traders can kind of get cut up because they want to do something just for the sake of doing something. But if we don't have some clear signal or some sort of technical setup, it just puts us in dicey spots where we just, I mean, look at Marvel here. They're just whiplashing it still. It's just consolidating. It hasn't picked a direction.
I never paid attention either. There's something strange about
I am liking the way this is starting to set up on Marvel. This is starting to look a lot more interesting. You know, we looked up and we failed. Let's see if we can get continuation through the low now. I do kind of need to see it through the low. I need the next 30-minute candle, honestly. That's what I need. I need to lose this EMA, or I need the next 30-minute candle to be weak. If this finishes a doji, next candle is red, that could be an interesting setup.
They told me I was broken. Nothing but a defect in my head. Said that I was hopeless. Just a fucking reject hanging on by a thread. But after all the pills
I'm not going to cut Oracle. I'm going to let that play out. It's a lot for earnings.
on of the dead in the handicap spot.
I did buy it at the end of the week, and I believe Oracle earnings is Thursday, which puts that in an awkward spot. No, it's Wednesday, so it's fine. Alright, I think SPY puts are actually interesting here due to the fact that we got an Evening Star here. I might be a bit slow here. I might still try it. See if I get filled. I'm gonna try some 738s for tomorrow. I like the Evening Star. I like, you looked up above, we had buyer exhaustion, getting the rejection. I wanted to see if we could come back to the bottom of the orb. Over that prior high, over that previous candle high is stop.
Sick entirely. Shrinks in psychiatry. Don't mind my anxiety. Or my non-sobriety. Doctors lining up to lie to me.
My God, they killed those premiums so fast.
Just a product of society. Well, that's fine with me.
More lows from NVIDIA. I might be messing up by playing SPY because it looks like what I want to play is Qs. I mean, they look about the same. I'm trying to bid it up. I'm gonna wait for it to actually stop me out. I really like the exhaustion on the 30-minute for hood for a potential long here. There's a nice bull flag on. There's actually a really nice bull flag on Bitcoin here. I'm gonna try some hood weeklies here. I'm getting stopped on my SPY puts. I'm gonna come in with a bit more size on hood. I really like the Bitcoin setup. Taking a 30% loss on the small SPY position here. I ain't closer yet. I didn't flip the 10-minute. Was that a fake out? I haven't closed it yet. I was setting up hood. Alright, let's watch this 1 minute. Bounce off the CMA convergence. I'll get out.
Look in the distance, what do you seek it? Could you imagine? Perfect persistence, how could you
While I watch that, I'm gonna look at MSTR for like next week's contracts.
keep climbing? While everybody sleeps, keep walking while I leap. 'Cause everything I do, every time I breathe, every single sound, just try and stop me. Try and stop me. Try to hold me down, I'ma come up. Silence in my sound, I'ma speak up. Yeah, I'ma get loud if you show up. 'Cause I'm coming up. Amounting to nothing, huffing and puffing.
All right. Looks like being a little slow on SPY was the move. This is coming back to me. And I still have Confluence to the downside. Let's see if we give up the bullish support here. And actually get that move to the bottom of the orb. Maybe we can do it. Maybe we can do it. Watching it, watching it. Oh, geez, dude. I just realized my desktop volume has been on for the YouTube live stream. Oh, I am so... They're going to get mad about that. We're cooked. They're going to copyright strike that. That's fine. I don't even make money from YouTube. I don't give a shit anyways. All right, SPY put's coming back. I mean, not half bad. Hood idea is working so far. MU is setting up an interesting short idea here. Marvel's still a weak signal. I think MU. I think I should have been watching this one a little bit closer. It's starting to look really good. We're back at orb for SPY. Let's watch 1 minute here, and I'm not gonna exit on this candle, quite honestly. I was legitimately going to stop these on the new high, by the way. But I was just... The only reason I did not is because I was setting up hood. So this is kind of lucky that this got a rejection right there. All right, I'm willing to take a partial here. I'm going to take a partial on SPY. Okay, so I'm slow this morning, guys. What is going on? I need to take another sip of coffee. I'm out of coffee. I need a second coffee. Give me an exit. Let me take some profits. Oh, and it looks like a Morningstar right there, too. Oh, isn't that just pain in my asshole? All right, I got something on the board. I should have got 15%. I got 10%. No Morningstar, actually. Just a fat rejection. Back test the bottom of the orb and gets a continuation. That's not half bad, guys. It's not half bad. I kind of want Hood to make a move here. I'm going to go ahead and size down just a little bit on Hood. The reason I'm doing this is because I wanted to see a quick pop through the pre-market high, and I'm not getting it. So I'm just sizing down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to take another partial on Hood. We're up 15% here. Without even breaking the high a day. I'm already feeling kind of like I'm sloppy today, to be honest with you. All right, we reclaimed the pre-market low. I'm gonna stop out the rest of the SPY position. We're in profits overall. Well, let's focus on what's working, and what's working right now is Hood. Hood's doing a really good job here. That's a nice reversal candle on Hood. I just got a Coles alert. Coles? Wait a second. I mean, that's a breakout and follow through from Coles. We'll watch it here to see if there's better entries. I've actually got pretty good confluence here. Reversal and hood's failing, but I'm going to be more patient with that. If you see, we have the bullfly right here. We have this nice stair step, and then I want to see if we can get a continuation. This is what actually stops me out of the hood attempt. I'll leave the MSTR lottos on so long as Bitcoin continues to hold 60K. Be mindful of this longer trend line here that just defended recently. This trend line goes all the way back to 2023. Man, congrats if you caught the MU puts. Son of a bitch. That was a really good short. Really good short. It was sneaky, though. Because you had like this beautiful morning star set up here. That kind of just like quietly died. Marvel just woke up. Actually, before I get Irene here, this is an interesting double top here. So let's set an alert there. Let's go back to watching the video. The CRM have earnings here. I'm staring at a $320,000 call position someone bought. I don't remember seeing the name on the weekly prep. I mean, 194 is definitely a level I want to watch. Big reaction here, big rejection here, big reaction here, big rejection here. That's your big key level. I'll leave that alert there and let it tell me if I should pay more attention to that. I don't know this name, but there's a big option bets on this. AMKR. I don't know, that's ugly consolidation. I mean, it's obviously setting a range. Look at that barcoding on the weekly. That's ugly. I don't think I got edge there. I don't know this name either. SYNA. 42,000 in calls here. Oh, wait a second. $700,000, $300,000, $500,000 on Intel calls. They are loading the boat. What are they looking for, the bull flag here? Nice Morningstar reversal there from Intel. I don't hate that, honestly. That sets a very clear, like, target for how I know I'm wrong. I'm going to take that just because the risk reward is beautiful. So 106.70 is stop. I'll get Marvel off my screen. That thing's been a freaking hot mess. There's that Morningstar from SPY, by the way. You don't have any bottom signals from the 10-minute. There's no edge on puts here. But watch it, because if this continues to melt down on the TTM, but this thing just consolidates, could set up some 0 DTE calls. How do my head calls hold it up? I mean, decently well. That Bitcoin balance came right in where I wanted it to. That's a perfect 618 pounce on MSTR. I got no confluence on the TTM. Buyer beware. Buyer beware. We're just kind of praying for an offsides move that catches the market off guard. But Bitcoin looks interesting here, and I really, really, really like this rounded bottom, man. Off that major key level. Like, I really like this. Best part about this is, like, with most of the plays I have right now, very cleanly defined risk reward. There's some nuance and intel here, which I hate to see. I might need to see actually 106 get tested before I cut, but we'll see how it continues to play out. I'll probably still stop it at this break. If it does it. With this Bitcoin setup, it's tempting to actually add to MSTR. Wow, MSTR paid out its dividends. Oh, big yawn. they took it to the top of the convergence and then just rejected it right there. You've got no momentum confirmations up here as well. I mean, a move to 700 possible. All right, I'm going to go for MU Lotto. This is not for small accounts. I honestly should have bought this 700s. I just took one contract. I paid $6 for it. If that idea works, it'll go to like $24. If it doesn't, I'm gonna lose like $3, maybe more. It's good risk reward for the idea. I could pretty easily argue that I should try that with some size for next, because I bought next week. And there's big events coming up, but I'm choosing to play small so far. It's something I could add to later. Big defending moment for the VIX, by the way. Look at the Coles here. I'm gonna try this Coldplay. I like this bounce. And there's great relative strength. I bought next week's contracts, the 17 calls. We're seeing that consolidation as the 10-minute continues to roll over here. By the way, this could be setting up that 0 DTE idea. This honestly is probably the entry for it right here. As it gets the pop. Intel idea is working now. Setting its Intel partial at 175. 1/4 of the position. Intel needs to set this higher high here. I might even adjust this. I'm going to adjust this to 1.8 over 175. They took it from me before I could. So we got a partial on the board for 14%. I'm going to set my next partial at 195. Wait, 25, 20, 25, 112. I'm going to set my next partial at $2. $2. MU puts are holding up really well, actually. Girl, what is it? I hear you. Come here. Sit. Chop Chop City, baby. Chop Chop City. Ow, you got sharp little teeth, puppy. Sharp little teeth. I cut my volatility exposure on the loss of this EMA convergence. However, I'm unconvinced selling's done. So I'll probably reset this by the end of the day, maybe a little bit sooner if we lose the low at day. I'm either going to load up some puts or I'm going to reload another volatility position. I don't like. I'm getting an alert. I took another partial on Intel just because I don't like the little miniature look above and fail. I'm not gonna close it though. I'm just gonna take another partial. Irene actually getting we're getting an offsize move. This is like one of the first names really to actually got nice reversal on the 15 with confirmation from the 65 minute. I gotta try that one. I bought some 65 calls for next week on Irene. I might have even wanted to add some weeklies here and kind of layer this one out. I'm gonna add some weeklies too. I'm going to add some 60s for the end of this week. Another reason to really like this is stop's really obvious. Stop is this trend line. Really obvious when you got to get the fuck out. Ooh, pardon my language. We're on YouTube. In fact, we shouldn't even be on YouTube anymore. Sorry, guys. Check out the link in the bio. And head over Bitstamp chart. Gosh, shut up. Shut up. I'll look at the Bitstamp chart all day. Who cares? Who cares? I'm on a daily chart. It doesn't matter who I look at when I'm going for these big thought ideas, okay? I'm not trading 1 minute. It doesn't matter. Don't be stupid. Check out the link in the bio if you're over on the live stream. Come trade with us in the Discord. All right. Peace out.